I'm Mike Patterson, and I'm the city manager here in Florence.
And what does the city manager do exactly?
Basically, you're responsible for all facets of the city operation. If you think in this terms of the separation of powers, like at the federal level, the council is the legislature, and the city manager is the appointed executive. It's a reform form of government. Been around a little over 100 years, basically established so that back in the day when mayors were stealing and so on and so forth, they decided we should have the ability to get rid of the head of the government if he's stealing and so on. So they came up with this form of government. So all it takes is a majority of the council and you're out. But other than that, you run the city and try to take care of all facets of the operation. I've been here with Florence. This is my 4th month. I've been a city manager since, on April 4th, it will be 18 years since I started as a city manager. During that time, 15 years as a city manager in Washington, Oregon, and also 3 years as a consultant, mostly to local governments.
So where do you see Florence going in the future?
Well, we're at a crossroads. I mean, the community financially is not in the best of shape. Things are tight, and we're in that situation now where we either grow or essentially we continue a slow decline, and it won't be long that we won't be able to afford the number of police officers that we have, or to fix the streets and sidewalks even as well as we do right now. And I don't know that we necessarily do a great job on all the sidewalks. We're trying, but we've got a long ways to go. So we're really in a position where we either work on some growth, in terms of trying to grow a little bit more industry, bring in some manufacturing jobs, maybe even some retail, although I think our biggest focus has got to be on manufacturing jobs. But we've got to do some of that. The people around here need that too. The economy is not particularly great here in this area, and we take that very seriously. We're working very hard to bring in new industry and to also potentially bring in a little bit of retail. Well, we've got some stuff that we're working on. I can't disclose the exact name of the company because I've signed a non-disclosure, but we've got one that we're working on that's about 400 jobs. If we could land that would be huge. Really good paying jobs in the $40,000 a year range, and it would just be tremendous. But the city needs to do some annexation to be in a position to actually take advantage of those jobs, or to get them here. We've also got one that should be beginning the hiring process at some point in the month of April, and that's about 50 jobs, and again, it's pretty good salaries. We're starting to see some manufacturing things starting to happen, and that's a big part of what we're working on. We've got to figure out how to annex across the river and so on and so forth. We pretty much have all that close to being worked out at this point, and we are definitely excited about the future. We've got a great city council. They set the vision and the direction for the community, and it's my job to figure out how to make it happen. I'm really pleased with my 7 bosses. They've made the direction pretty clear for me where they want the city to go, and in this position, that's really all you can ask for. We've got the East Main Waterline project. Right now, they're doing night work. The project it was supposed to be done by May 15th. It definitely will be done by then, and we're hoping, at least 2 weeks, maybe as many as 3 or 4 weeks ahead of schedule. And that's another thing I want to talk about is our downtown businesses and our sales tax numbers. Despite the bad economy, our sales tax numbers are up. They're not up a lot, but they're up 9, 10, 12% a month, something like that, and that's huge for us, and that's a good sign for those businesses in our downtown area. It truly is starting to turn around a little bit down there. You come down to our downtown on the weekends, and there's a lot of activity. We've got the new barbecue place there, and there's just a lot of good things that are starting to happen in downtown Florence, and we're excited about it. Well, the antique community, the folks there, they've really embrace the arts community as well, and our whole downtown area. It's not large, but but essentially the 3-block area of our downtown seems to really be doing well based on antiques and art. And the second Saturday events that we do, where you have artists in the antique shops actively doing their work while folks are shopping, it's really a nice environment, and it's turned it around. Over the weekends, we have people. I hang out downtown on the weekends, and I talk to people, and we've got people here from Denver and Kansas and all over the state of Colorado coming for the antiquing, and our antique dealers really do a nice job. I mean, they have nice stuff. I mean, that's one of the things where I think that separates them from a lot of other antique dealers, is that they have good stuff, and people know that, and they come to, I guess they call it the antiquing capital of Colorado, and it definitely seems to do that, and it's big for our economy, and I think it helps everybody else out. We're at the point now where we're starting to pick up more businesses than we lose, and that's a real positive for the community.